And hello! We are live with this week's episode of Mondays in Exandria and Adventuring Him On. A bit of a late start, but, things happened. Lots of things happened to multiple people. But we're here. We're fine. We are fed and not, overrun with mice. I'll start with myself. Hi, I'm Lindy, and I'll be playing with Hi, I'm going to tell you my character. His name is Wendell Eustace Abernathy, Lucius Throckwaddle Hassenpfeffer the Fourth of the Haversham Hassenpfeffers. He's a nobleman and a warlock, and he's pretty great. He's got a manservant named Igor, played by Shiny Pilot. How are you doing?
Doing good. Just realized when I put my hand up like this, it disappears.
Disappears.
Magical powers.
Spooky.
So, anyways, hi. Yeah, I'm doing good. Ready to play Igor. He is a hunchback. He's a half orc. He's not so bright, but he tries his best as a butler can. And yes, he's butler to Wendell. Looking forward to tonight.
Excellent. Someone who's looking forward to tonight is D20 Coup de Grace by that happy dance I see. How you doing?
Hi, yes, always looking forward, as Harlan Flipcloak does, since he is a divining wizard. He is also a hobgoblin, and he's ready to take on them on.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Someone who doesn't like bunnies is Nuggetosaurus. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, I don't like bunnies. Bunnies are awful. I'm Nuggetosaurus. I'm playing Hal, the shifter fighter / paladin now, and I'm in the process of eating my dinner with Darth Vader chopsticks, so fun. So yeah, I'm ready to get started.
Wonderful. Someone who was ready to get started, but then had at least one mouse in the house. Producer Travis, how are you? There's never just one.
Hi, how's it going? Producer Trav here. If you need pest control, look no further than Producer Trav Pest Control for all your mouse elimination needs. We also do bar mitzvahs. Hi, I'm playing Lamont Quinlan, and he's nowhere, man. He's the wind, baby. Maybe they are right. We're just in the wind. And he's going to start a criminal empire, or ruin all his relationships.
What are the
or
other?
Take a 12-hour nap. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right, someone who doesn't know yet puts up with us anyways, and we'll see what happens, is our dungeon master, Deception Check. How are you?
I'm great. A little wired because I was excited for tonight, and then I had to wait, and I'm like, I'm ready to go because I've got things, and there's stories and things and other things, and now we have bunnies and mice and all those things nice that we have to play with this evening. So I will definitely be finding a bunny monster for Hal to slay.
We need to have an Easter special next year.
Oh yeah.
Can it be the killer rabbit
Killer
from
bunny.
Monty
Yes,
Python?
that's what it's
leaping
gonna be.
around, biting people's heads off?
That will be it. Yeah, hi, I'm at Deception Check. I'm the DM for this madhouse that we call Mondays in Exandria and Adventure in Iman. And Mondays in Exandria is based upon the world created by Matt Mercer, the world Wizard of the Coast Adventure, Waterdeep Dragon Heist, and DM's Guild Supplet Dragon Heist Forgotten Tales. Tonight's episode, Dragons, Politics, and Revelations, will pick up exactly where we left off last week. The group
Yes.
had just dropped off Bilby Zilliger, the poor man who had done nothing wrong to them at all, that they beat down,
like
captured, wrapped in a carpet, and then sent to his death, supposedly,
Finished
at the hands of Spiraling Banath, which they met in Sovereign Uriel's amphitheater, located in the northwest section of Abdar's Promenade.
I thought of one thing he did that we just couldn't let stand. He's aligned with the evil orb of evil. We can't let that fly.
That's fair, but he'd done nothing directly to you.
Yes, so much indirect.
So, because of the things they have done and the promises they have made to both a dragon and to the criminal lord of the underworld, group now owns wholly and completely the Greyskull Shadow Inn, which is located right next door to Greyskull Keep, which is the Whitestone Embassy here at this time, located in the Little Whitestone slums. And so now we need to figure out exactly where these guys are going to go, what they're going to do, and if they're actually going to finish the promises or do the promises that they promised to do, like turn in the money to the city and fun things like that. So we pick up with our players as they have arrived back in their underground safe room beneath the Grayskull Shadow Inn.
Yes. Well, I suppose we should figure out which council member go to. Out.
What are you all doing in my underground safe room?
This is not your underground safe room. This is
A communal
groups.
space.
This is
Lamont,
group's underground safe room.
meaning we
I've
share
had a
it.
plaque put in. This group.
Whatever, man.
Thinking we
Man,
can
you're
get
not
a
even
group
gonna use it.
portrait done.
I'm not even gonna use it. Just give it to me.
I hope that plaque came out of your funds.
Yes.
Now, at the tail end of the last one, we assessed the money situation. Was my recollection is that there's a hole or a box that has like
There's a
1,000
box
gold for
that
each of
has,
it.
More than 1,000 gold. Was
Right? Is the take, right?
I thought it was like
Take home.
5,000 platinum.
one.
Gross,
Yes,
not net.
1,000 platinum, which
Oh.
is 10,000 gold, Lamont. Each.
Enough to get started on that little empire you're...
And or at least a nice secret lair that's actually secret that none of us know about and don't have access to.
Okay. All right. So that's exciting. Also, I haven't ever collected any money from this inn thing
Yes,
that we
You
supposedly
have.
own.
I personally handed you your first share. We're about to get our second share.
We've only been paid once.
It's monthly. Or bi-weekly or something. I don't know how
Is
much
this
time has passed. It felt like
What day
forever.
is this?
Thursday.
Is this a weekday?
It's Thursday. It's a weekday. Yes.
I thought it was Monday.
No, it's. I know it's
I thought it was
always Mondays in Exandria, but
always Monday.
I think technically it's Thursday. It always feels like a Monday.
It always feels like a Monday.
Well, it's kind of like walking around with his hands on his hips, and like kind of kicking the stone on the walls, and like looking at the walls and the ceiling, just like looking carefully, walking around the room.
What are you doing?
You know, I'm just seeing this as kind of a unique fixer-upper opportunity is all, you know. You got this whole thing right here, which you can leave in or take out, you know.
Yes.
And then you got this whole wall over here, you know, that might make a good portal to another dimension if you're into that kind of a thing. And
Yes, Lamont.
torture people against that wall.
You claim to be the portal master, yet I have never seen you make a portal.
Yeah, the only one who's made a portal is Wendell.
This is true.
First of all, how dare you? All right.
I'm just stating facts, Lamont.
All the proof's in the pudding.
Pudding sounds really good right now.
Oh my god. Well, don't go up there and ask for anything because it'll be a month before you get your pudding. All right, I'll tell you something.
Yeah, that's why we have the smart Igor installed.
Can
As
you?
soon as I get an
can
army
you
of
ask
automaton
for
waiters to
some-
run this in, it's going to be amazing.
You can
That's-
contact
all
them, right,
those-
Wendell? Can you ask for like
All
some
those
chocolate pudding?
losers on the street.
I think if we leave a note
Where
to
I
the
used
smart
to be.
Igor and send it up, we
Where
can
I used to be,
come down.
the streets of this city, eating out of the trash. We didn't make any goddamn portals because
thought
I was
you
broke
weren't-
and homeless
Okay.
and memoryless.
Well, you're
and
neither.
horrified.
You're none of those things now. So what's your excuse now?
You've revealed me. How dare you? But I must admire your pluck because
Oh, yeah.
you are correct in this
True.
instance.
Master, you want me to go get pudding?
Just put this note in the smart Igor. It's for a round of chocolate puddings.
Oh, okay. And
Yes.
Igor will grab the note and he'll go put it in the smart Igor.
The dumb waiter.
But
Smart Igor.
yeah,
Yes.
I know. But he's putting it in it, and he's now starting to eyeball that dumb waiter, like giving it the eye. Like,
You trying to take my job?
yep, that's right.
Smart Igor. Dumb waiter. Yes.
So,
send it up.
question for the group.
Yes. Group.
How long do we think it's gonna take to settle our affairs here?
I'm hoping we can do so before Harlan's boat leaves tomorrow. Yes. You have till tomorrow night before your boat leaves?
I think it's Hal's boat that's leaving.
But no, you procured that ship for us to leave
Yes,
on.
Harlan procured a ship for within the next week.
Yes, which is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. It's
It's
been that long.
been that long. The ship leaves on Friday and today's Thursday. I think we have till
Why?
tomorrow night.
How time flies.
I know. It's
You would
Crazy.
know.
so much has been happening.
I see many different times. I get
Also-
confused.
My boat's technically a ship, and it doesn't go on water, so
You going on a boat?
Well,
You
we could
a
go on
ship?
a water boat
Ship
and
boat?
head wherever it is that airboat is going, but on the
yeah, we
water.
can do that too. Or y'all wanted to come with?
On an airboat. I suppose we could get on the sky ship. How expensive
Yeah.
is the sky ship? We've already paid for the boat.
Just a like
I
a
don't know.
cruise
Harlan's already
cruise.
paid for the boat.
Quite a sum.
I mean, we could make it a vacation. Just go.
I feel like we all deserve one after this is done.
Yeah. I'm sure the villa has
Oh.
room.
I'll message Reagan and let him know the good news.
Good news, we're leaving.
While you're messaging, the pudding arrives in the smart Igor.
Igor, could you pass out a pudding for everyone?
Yes. And Igor opens the waiter and sees the pudding and grabs the platter and then slowly lowers the lid, kind of distrustfully, and walks back and kind of looking
Wow.
over his shoulders. He
At
goes
least,
to bring-
at least
Oh,
the smart Igor can't like personally deliver puddings. You still need someone.
Oh,
for that
your
if it is.
puddings. And
Thank
Igor
you.
will pass it out.
Alright.
Thanks, Igor.
A new record for pudding delivery.
That was like super fast.
Igor snaps his head towards the waiter. He's looking at it, giving it the mean eye.
Alright.
You guys think they spit in this?
No,
No.
they. Well,
They-
not ours.
I
They
bet
actually
you-
like us.
I bet you the small Igor spit.
Give me that one. Igor, trade me. Give me yours. You take this one. I'm not eating this one. You take this one.
Absolutely. Igor has no problem.
That smart Igor's he's shifty.
Let's figure
I
it
asked
out.
It's an inanimate object, Igor. Never mind.
How would they know which one you were going to take, Lamont?
Exactly. Okay.
Therefore, they spit in all of them?
I don't think they.
Yeah, well, potentially.
Anyways,
Potentially. You don't know. You don't know. But this is a refreshing, delicious snack. So thank you for ordering it. It's very nice.
Reagan,
Lamont, con save.
good news.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That'd be amazing.
It's only Lamont.
Lamont like hears that.
Reagan, good news. We're back at the Grayskull Shadow. Negotiations went well. We are now full owners of the inn, and all the staff are staying. No matter what
You-
Lamont says, you will not be replaced by automatons.
Who are you talking to right now?
He's just writing in his
He's
book.
not. He's writing.
Oh, so I don't hear that.
No, you don't, because
You-
my sending is sneaking.
So-
You see the reply in your book. Excellent news. We just found out from Barden ourselves that we all now are wholly owned masters of the building, I guess. Owners. What I'm not sure what to call you now. We'll figure it out. Have some information for you on the council if you'd wish me to come down and report it.
Wonderful. Yes, please. We're on pudding break.
I'll be right down.
We're just eating pudding.
About 5 minutes later, you hear steps coming down the ladder.
It's Reagan with information on the council.
Oh, wonderful.
He comes back around. He's still wearing the normal uniform of the Shadow Inn.
Change uniform.
Exactly, which is basic black slacks, a white shirt, kind of like upscale waiter
Pretty
attire.
classy though. Top.
I mean, what if we did something like Benath did on his boat?
No. That was the tackiest boat I've ever been on in my life.
Like, good to see everyone still here and alive. I wasn't sure when you went to go meet the spyling.
Neither were we.
Oh.
Well,
but I mean,
Bilby can't quite say that.
Right, we've heard about that as well. I can't say we're sorry. Wasn't exactly the best
What's
boss.
the rug back, though?
Oh, there it is. I'll take care of it and clean it for you.
Wonderful.
Do you need the flying one cleaned as well, or are we leaving that one alone?
I believe it is fine. I take good care of it myself, thank you.
Yep, fair enough. Just let me know if you need it taken care of. All right, so I've done a bit of research about the council, as you asked me. I've never really cared that much about them because we haven't dealt with them very directly. But here's the information that I have. The Master of Development, Hearthmaker Theodorn Kraz. He's an old dwarf. He's a mage supporter, popular with the common folk for his many public works programs. Often works with charities and has been associated most closely with the Wasserans in their charities.
Right.
The Master... I'm sorry?
All right.
The Master of Arcana, Arcanist the Lord of Isorin, really is never there. Very friendly, though. Married to a Lady Kima of Vord. She's a human female wizard of some sort, if you're not familiar with her.
Kima.
Okay, well, that's her.
She works for, she's a platinum dragon person.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. We didn't do any research on Lady Kima.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, I'll add that to our information since you seem so interested in it. We'll start files on each one of them. Lord Visorin is a mage supporter as well. She's the public face of Tal'Dorei, the Tal'Dorei Council Beyond the Borders, but isn't here as much as some would like. She's most often associated with Seeker Assume and the Master Defense Guardian Tofor Bruteros. Those seem to be her closest confidants on the council. The Master of Law, Arbiter Bram Goldhand, he's a human with some sort of relationship with a god. We're not sure which temple, but he's a cleric of some sort. He is against undue mage power in Amon, so he is directly in opposition with the mage supporters. Very straight edge, wants to outlaw many fringe practices and cults in Amon. He's not popular with the public or with the merchants because of his stickler with the law, but it works pretty well for his job. Does not work well with others when it comes to the clasp or to Seeker Assume, which is the Master of Information. We'll get to him in a moment. Any questions so far?
No, this is wonderful.
Excellent.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Which one are you?
I am Reagan. I'm the same person I've told you I am every time we meet. I'm the one that makes sure all the things you need get done on a timely and quick manner.
Yeah, it sounds like you're doing a great job. Are you the one that's got a crush on me?
No, sir. I'm
no,
not
that's
aware
Roger.
Who that is.
Roger. Yeah. Roger.
Reagan turns his head. He's like, really? Well,
I also have a question.
Oh, please.
Do you have a crush on Mott too?
Yeah, you got a crush on me? Big guy, big red one?
No.
You thirsty for me? You got a jug of love for what I got there? You tall drink of water?
Not my type.
No, not you, the big red one.
No.
Big red.
Isn't Reagan also a big red
Yes,
one?
Reagan is a 7-foot tall red tiefling.
The other big red one. That one.
Nickname Big
watch.
Red.
No.
Come on, guys.
Perhaps big and
I
red
mean,
turned into
weren't you caught in the toilet with him? I mean,
that was a
remember
rather
that time in the
incriminating
bathroom?
situation.
It was a private meeting.
Just two dudes in the bathroom talking.
Toilet.
The water
I'm just
closet.
funning you, man. Really.
Yes. Where we could find
Come over.
privacy. Anyways.
Yes, Mr.
We're-
Flipclop.
You're not
We're talking.
disproving
We're
your
talking.
point.
Go on with your question, Harlan.
How does one become a council member? Are they chosen by the council? Are they voted in by the people?
Initially, they were appointed by the sovereign.
Yes, we don't have one of those anymore.
At his death, which was around the same time he was ceding control to the council, it put them in position. Most of the time, the council members pick the successors. As in, we have information. There is a new Master of War as of a few days ago. Only been recently announced. I'll get to that in a moment.
Wonderful.
But it is appointed by either the council itself or a committee appointed by the council.
Interesting.
All right.
Thank you. That's my other question.
He kind of flips through his parchments again. Where was I on that last one?
You were just finished with Law Arbiter Brom Goldhand.
Thank you. Master of Commerce, Coin Mistress Hannah Wasserin. I believe you're familiar with her.
Yes.
She is also a mage supporter, very popular for her charity work and supporting institutions after the fall of the Chroma Conclave. Works very closely with Hearthmaker Theodore and Kraz. The Master of Information, Seeker Assume Imring. Halfling, kind of sneaky type, ranger, woodsy. He's an enigma. Doesn't trust anyone really, especially magic wielders. Is often thought of as the most untrustworthy of the council by the public and by other council members, as he does a lot of false face work for information. Has a network almost as good as, well, I want to say our group, but we're not with the Clasp anymore, so as the Clasp, and works closely with them and other underworld organizations in order to circumvent the Master of Law in gaining information.
See, they would, last you heard, on good terms with the Clasp?
Oh, yes, the Seeker has been very close, worked closely with the Clasp ever since before the fall. So, as far as I know, I haven't heard anything recently.
Yes.
Couldn't exactly ask anyone there as we're not employed with them anymore. So, kind of on the outs with that. I'll have to rebuild our information network with, I might need some extra funds for greasing of palms and whatnot.
Yes.
I'll talk with Barden about that. We have contingency funds built into the operating costs of the Shadow. Let's see. Master of Defense, almost done. Guardian 2-4 Bruteros. Horribly scarred silver dragonborn. I believe he has some sort of rank within the Temple of the Platinum Dragon. Might be a paladin or cleric himself. Lost an arm, but that's not that bad when most people thought he was dead. He was on the stage when the Chroma Conclave attacked. We're still quite surprised he's alive. Doesn't think that the mages are good for the city, not in the not currently in the way that they're wielding their power. Seems to be a little bit he's on the outs, kind of. He's getting close to retiring, and when people know that, a lot of people start backing other players on the council, because why would you back someone who's not going to be there anymore? No word has come around that he's going to be leaving, but most people believe it won't be too long. Works closely with Arcanist Allure Vasoran, and also with Seeker Assume. And normally with the Master of War, but there hasn't been one recently. He really doesn't like the power that the mages of the Clasp have over the city, even though he does owe a few favors to the Clasp for their recovery of him and his nursing back to health.
See, interesting. Right, and you said that we have a new Seeker of War.
A new Master of War, yes. A Sky Commander, Kalt Osteroth. He's a young, half-elven warrior of some sort. Not a lot of information on him yet, because there haven't been any votes really since he's come in, but he seems to, it's believed that he has mage leanings and could unbalance the council at that point. Up to now, it's been 3-3, 4 mages against mages. he'll be the tiebreaker, and so a lot of people are concerned about his placement.
Sky Commander Kurt.
Karlt?
Karlt.
K-A-R-L-T.
Karlt Ostroth.
Osteroth. O-S-T-O-R-O-T-H.
Cool.
He was originally stationed at Fort Daxiel for a time. He was promoted to commander of all air reconnaissance and then assigned to the southern regions dealing with the Iron Authority. He prefers sky power over massive land engagements and has strong ties with Syngorn, which is considered to be a benefit to the council these days. There have been some minor connections with the Master of Arcana and the Master of Defense.
Interesting.
So that's why he's kind of unknown, because he's connected with a mage supporter and connected with someone who's against the mages. So really an interesting choice at this time, but
Indeed.
We're not really on a war footing, so most people think it's kind of an afterthought appointment.
Makes sense.
Especially one so young.
Yes, quite young supporter. Well.
Any other questions about the council?
Do you happen to know if Mistress Arcanist Allura Visora is in Iman currently?
Not that we know of. It was said that her wife was in town recently, but that was the last time Arcanist Allura Visora was seen.
Right. Everyone else in town currently?
As far as we know, yes.
I believe
most of the council do not leave. Oh, also, I'm sorry, but to say there are some other permanent members of the council, but they're not really included very often. You're aware of Vox Machina, right?
Yes. I mean, who isn't?
None of them live in Iman, but when they are in town, they will be consulted. But most of them, most people think of them as afterthoughts.
Are any of them in town currently?
No. They don't come here. If they go anywhere, they go to Whitestone. Although, they do tend to pop up around here often. A few have been seen. Shortholt was in the shadow performing one night with his daughter. I'm not sure what her name was. Didn't catch that. And Grog has gotten to a fight in the common room once. Would cost a lot of money to repair the damages. But that's the only ones we know of that have actually stayed here.
All right. Thank you, Reagan. Unless anyone has questions, I believe that'll be all.
Anyone? All right, I'll take my leave.
Thank you.
Oh, hold up, Reagan.
Yes.
So part of the deal that we had with Banath was that he's going to transition his fingers out of the inn within a month.
Yes.
In that time, do you think you could figure out if any of our employees want to stay connected to the clasp?
I will check with everyone. Last we discussed when there was a question of whether or not you would be associated on the outs with our previous organization. We had an employee meeting and everyone here seemed to be pretty happy being employed by group. There were only some grumbles. We won't say who they were most upset with, but that's common. That's common
Everyone
in an
looks at
organization of
Lamont.
this type. But everyone else is very happy to be working here. Barden is quite happy to be running the place now that he thinks he might have a little more leeway to expand operations, and he has a list of upgrades he thinks he can add to the Shadow that had been on hold for some time.
Very intriguing.
Okay.
All right. Well, anybody who is considering keeping their ties with the clasp, set us up an appointment with them so we can discuss.
Of course.
We're gonna.
Thanks, Reagan.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Lamont Quinlan. I have a two-part question. First off, I'm looking to drive. I'm looking to drive a stake of fear through the heart of the city. What market research data exists as to what really horrifies the populace? What would get them to quake in their homes in fear, keep them off the streets?
Dragons.
Cause
Yes.
it to
Dragons.
Yes, dragons.
Oh, yeah?
The city was nearly destroyed and was the home of a ancient red dragon named the Cinder King for several months, almost a year. Pretty much almost destroyed the entire city and all its populace. Dragons are not really very popular in the town, but I would say that if the rumor of a dragon in town appeared, chances are that all aspects of the armed forces would be marshaled and martial law might be called, and then whatever it was, we'd stomped out.
Okay. All right. I'm glad to hear that. Second part of the question is, what sort of oath of silence, loyalty pledge can we expect from the remaining staff here at the Grayskull Shadow Inn? I'd like to make sure that everyone understands that what business is conducted and what group says around the inn is, considered complete secrecy on penalty of, say, cutting out your tongue or removing, parts of you. We'll work out a suitable punishment for,
if you'd like to keep your staff,
say the press or
Lamont, I have an offer. How about we just discuss those types of things in the private dining room or down here?
Well, to answer your question, absolutely none has ever been imposed upon the staff of this establishment, not in writing or through oath, other than the fact that we worked for the clasp and everyone knew what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. I do not believe that anyone who is currently employed here would be willing to make a particular oath or promise of some type on pain of specific death. So, good luck with that, sir.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy running the place by yourself if you decide to try and impose something like that.
Okay. Listen, that's important feedback, and I appreciate it. Also,
yes.
Could you draw me a bath? I haven't had one in at least a year, and I'm thinking of enjoying one.
Now, you have stated on several occasions that you don't want anyone in your private abode or areas that you call your own. Now, we've had some discussions about how we're supposed to follow your instructions, and if we're not supposed to enter your private places, but you require us to give you things in your private places, it seems to give a bit of a problem to the basic staff. Now, I normally take it upon myself to try and do those things for you, but do you understand that the position that I hold, sir, is not one of personal body servant to you? More like I have been your liaison and your, what's the word I'm looking for? Enabler. I get things done for you at this establishment, but if you'd like a body servant, I'm sure we could hire you one that would be there at your beck and call, sir.
I need to that. That's a really interesting point that you just brought up. I am looking to scale Lamont Quinlan Enterprises, and just sort of a lot of what I see myself in 5 years requires is a small staff. So one of the things I'd like you to put on your list is I'm going to need a hiring coordinator. We're going to need to put out perhaps a bulletin in a local rags, go ahead and work out some sort of, help wanted messaging. And maybe we could put something on your calendar, say tomorrow afternoon, where we could just go over who we're looking for, what kinds of roles we're looking to fill around here, and start meeting applicants.
That'd be wonderful. If you'd like to give me a list of requirements for your hires, I'd be more than happy to start giving you a list of prospective names. There's always people out there that we could pick up. Quite a few good operators out there that we know of. Just give me a list and we'll put something together for you, sir. I could probably have you a group in less than 24 hours if you wished. Now, is there anything else I could do?
I think that's it for me, guys.
We would like to discuss with Barden the possibility of giving everyone raises. So if we could find... Shut up, Lamont. No. So if we could... I think
that's another one for that meeting Wendell's talking about, where just us are going to talk about, maybe that's
we've
one for
discussed
the after the meeting.
And we already agreed.
I'm sure that Barden would be more than happy to meet with the new ownership group now. Yes. Especially since he really needs a direction in which to move forward with the with the building and
Wonderful. I believe
associated
we'll have a brief
properties.
discussion down here, then perhaps go up and have a meeting with him if he's...
Excellent. I'll go let him know. He's going to be staying in the office late, from what I understand. There's a lot of adjustments that need to be made.
Of course.
Oh,
Excellent.
and have them waiter down some more of this delicious pudding. Thank you
I
so
will
much.
send a note to the kitchen. Yes. Now, with anyone else, Master Igor, Master Flipcloak, any other questions?
Well, I am in need to purchase some property.
Beyond the purchase you've made recently.
Yes.
Excellent. Is there any particular thing that you're wishing for that could maybe negotiate from a position of power to get you?
I need a large, flat piece of land that I can build a structure on.
How close does it need to be to the city?
It doesn't necessarily need to be within the city.
Oh, there is no flat land in the city that we could purchase. And how close does it need to be to the city? Can it be a mile away from the walls or something
I
along
suppose
those
so,
lines?
yes.
Oh, well, that won't be any problem. We could purchase some farmland, no problem. All right.
That'll work wonderful then.
All right. I'm beginning to wonder what exactly is planned, but this should be interesting. Yes. Master Igor, would you like to buy a restaurant or something along those lines? It seems like people are asking for all sorts of things today.
I'd like to talk to you over here to the side.
Oh, of course. Of course. Excuse me, everyone.
Listen in. Also, I know Igor doesn't have much of an indoor voice.
Master Igor, what is it that you wish?
Well, how long has he been in your employment? And Igor's like side-eyeing the smart Igor.
The dumbwaiter. We've only just installed it since this was becoming a more useful room in the building.
Just how useful do you find that device, Igor? That smart Igor.
The dumbwaiter. It is very useful for transporting food.
Why do you call it the dumbwaiter?
Because that's its name.
This is funnier and funnier every time you say it.
Master calls it the smart Igor.
I believe that's a put down on you, sir.
Put down on me. What is Master putting down on me?
Sir, if you imagine that this is called a dumb waiter, but your master calls it a smart Igor, that means he's putting it above you in intelligence. I don't believe it's a compliment.
Because it's an inanimate object that does the same thing.
Igor will kind of look at it and process.
Reagan puts his hand on your shoulder. You do know that you are equal to everyone in this room. You receive the same amount of money. You have the same amount of power as each and every one in this room. You no longer have to work for your master if you choose not to.
Like in the inn. Yes.
If I didn't work for my master, I wouldn't be a butler.
You're right, sir. You'd be an owner, a master of your own.
My own master?
Yes, sir. Think on it. If you have questions, I will discuss it further with you.
We'll talk more later. This is a lot of data to process.
Yes, sir. I've taken a room on the 3rd floor, as it seems like I'll be very useful in the coming days in the transition period. So I've begun living here in one of the rooms. So if you ever need a question, go to the end of the hall on the 3rd floor. I'm on the right.
And this is the moment where we all go,
3rd floor.
Wait, Reagan didn't live here? Oh, shit, we've kept him late a lot.
All right,
sir.
Igor, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Anything else for my long list of things that I need to get done right away?
No, I've got plenty to go over.
Excellent.
Dragon.
Anyone else? Wonderful. I'll climb up the stairs and head back. Let me know if you need anything else. Your pudding will be down in a moment. He climbs back up the stairs.
Oh boy.
Literally the best NPC ever.
He's so helpful. He's like a Chauncey, but with more sass.
He wasn't going to have that sass until Lamont.
We like Reagan's sass.
Yeah.
Seriously though, we're gonna string every one of them up if they say a fucking word about what we're doing.
No,
right?
no, Lamont, that's
We're
not.
not.
We're not.
What?
No.
We're running an inn. We're not doing any criminal activity. At least not right now.
Well, not right now. But we're in our underground lair right now.
Yes,
what the hell do you
and-
think we're gonna do down here? Play pinochle and stare at one
I'm
another?
not a fan of
Yeah,
Pinochle.
that
Pop
sounds
bla-
fantastic.
I-
That sounds like a
Black
really
Much
kids.
good
preferred
time.
backgammon. Can we play backgammon instead of
Oh,
Pinochle?
that too. Or poker.
Poker.
Just pick
yes.
at our black kids and draw
Awesome.
pictures and
No, man,
sing songs
play
like a bunch of
poker.
jerks. No, we're going to run this city.
No, we're
and
not.
I'm
build
leaving.
a bridge between worlds.
It's how's leaving.
Thank you.
Harlan, Igor, and I are going on vacation.
Wait, no. How? What are you what do you mean leaving? What's leaving?
I mean, Nezrin invited me to go to Port Damali with her, and once our business is done here, I'm gonna go.
Port Damali. Sounds
We'll
like
come
it has a
back in
beach.
a week.
It does.
Well, then that sounds like a good vacation place.
Right. That sounds great. And then you come back in like a week or two, and we get back
Maybe
to
a
work.
month. Just in time for our
Or
next payout.
longer. We'll see.
Longer.
We'll see.
Well, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know
going
what's
on,
gonna
you know. I
happen.
mean, I think about, all the cool stuff we're gonna be up to. We got all this money right now. Harlan's buying a whole land. We're gonna build like a, Love Shack party house out there, get it on, and then
I don't think Harlan's
The-
building a love
No.
shack. Are you
Gonna
building a
build
love
a-
shack, Harlan? You didn't tell me.
For
portal
Lamont,
between
this
worlds.
is why you were in the bathroom, wasn't it?
No. There's no love shack.
Mm-hmm.
Harem house?
You said, what's a net? You said nose ring. What was the person?
Nezrin.
You got a friend? Is that family?
She's
You're gonna go visit some
nobility.
family? Are they sick? Are they ill? Are they bedridden?
I think it's a close
Like-
friend of Howl's.
Like dying?
Like a best
is it
friend or
terminal?
something.
No,
How does
she's
it
the
look?
love of my life, and I'm
Yes,
gonna go
gal
be with her
pals,
because
girl
she
best friends.
asked me to. No. I love her, Wendell.
Yes, I too love my friends.
No, not as a friend, as a future wife.
And it's a ring. Again, first dibs and mistress. It's all yours.
I don't want it.
That's interesting.
Change your
That's
mind, it's
interesting.
there.
No.
Igor, you want the rest of my pudding?
I do.
Ding ding. The door opens. There's another thing of pudding for everyone.
Never mind, I'll just take your next one, Lamont. You can have it.
No, you can.
Igor will go grab the pudding, but as he slides up to the dumbwaiter to grab the pudding, he'll lead in and go, "Who got my eye on you?" Grab the plate out.
Ding ding. The door closes.
Igor looks at it and kind of shaking it responded.
I'm going to go wash.
Run while you still have
Yes.
the
Do
My
chance.
you need
body.
Igor to draw a bath for you, or are you capable of doing it yourself?
Master, I can most definitely draw a bath.
Right, Igor, go
and
draw Lamont's bath for him.
I can do it better than any smart Igor could too. And Igor will leave and he'll go draw a bath.
If you see anything in the bathroom, it's just, I can't.
Oh,
just
wait,
ignore it, just
Igor,
don't-
here, take this candle with
anything
you.
weird.
You'll need it.
What
Yeah,
about-
if it's anything, you smell anything unusual, just concentrate on.
There's no light in
Mission,
Lamont's
no.
room. I took all the
Don't touch
Or-
anything.
would
It's
you care
slippery.
for some special scents?
What?
You said smell things. Would you like scents to smell things?
You have special bath. Yeah, go crazy, man. Do your thing. Whatever. Let me tell you something. I've been sleeping in the street, and then I've moved in here and forgot we even had a freaking bathtub. So go nuts. You got.
I'll do what I do for Wendell, and he'll leave with
Oh,
the candle to
God.
go draw a bath for Wendell.
I don't know what that even means.
Okay.
He's going to draw you a bath. only took me 10
I don't
years
understand.
to-
Can I ask you guys one more question? The guy said we work for the class.
No.
The guy said they work for the class.
No, they said they used to work for the class. They do not any longer because now we are the owners.
And we are their sole employers.
Well, I don't know about sole employers. Some of them may have, like, part-time side jobs. What if it is peasants do? They work all the time. I assume all of them have more than one job.
Okay.
They're never
Always
not working. Yes, they're
And
never
we're
not
about to
working.
give them a raise. All right.
Then maybe they can take a 5-minute smoke break or something.
A 5-minute break. We need to look at the city code.
But
because I need to see, like, how much
between
they
their
have to
jobs,
have.
they might be able to have a 5-minute break if we give them a slight raise.
All right, 5 minutes. I'm fine with that. But they got to be right back, or
I think they should have an hour lunch and 2 30-minute breaks throughout the day.
Lord.
That's.
Hey, they do a fuck ton of stuff for us.
Ooh.
And if you want them to continue doing that, you need to reward them and treat them like actual beings.
Where have you even got this idea of an hour lunch break and 2 30-minute breaks? I've never known anyone who gets that kind of.
It's
leisure
revolutionary.
time. It's
Where's
insane.
the
I am a HR visionary.
You know, I think if everyone did that, society would just fall apart.
I disagree.
If Igor was there, he'd be talking about how you have your breaks while you work. It's just the logical thing to do.
No.
Igor gets in.
Actually, you say
Whistle while you're work. We allow them to whistle while they work so that it doesn't, that feels like the job gets done faster.
Are you a peasant, Wendell?
Oh, good heavens, no.
Then you don't know what peasants need. You call me a peasant all the time, so
I'm a lord.
I know what peasants need.
I know exactly what peasants need.
Peasants know what peasants need.
Oh, that's ridiculous. If the peasants knew what
Lords
peasants needed,
think they knew.
lords wouldn't exist if peasants knew what they needed.
I'm
Therefore,
thinking
they
you need
a
a
lord.
punch in the face right now.
Oh, now how? Let's not go overboard.
I just got like a fist raise. Just.
Here, why don't you have some pudding? The seconds just came down.
I don't want any pudding.
I'll eat yours
Carlos,
then.
like,
I want
hands
an hour
ready to
lunch
start
and
casting
2
stuff.
30-minute breaks
Well-
for our employees.
While you're discussing revolutionary HR policies in a time before HR or policies period,
That we're in the feudal system.
there's a ding ding at the dumbwaiter again.
Oh. Igor's gone. I'll mage hand it.
There's a small scroll.
Over.
It is bound with wax.
Dress to group? Is there a
Yes.
seal on it?
There is one. It is the seal of the clasp.
Oh. This might be from... Not Banarva, not Bilby. Banath! All the B names. I open it up.
All right. It just has one name on it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, just one person's name. It says Seeker Assume Emmering.
Alright. It seems that he would like Seeker Assume to be the person we give the money to.
Well, obviously, because they're the ones that are working together.
Yes. I was going to think Seeker Assume, or perhaps even,
I was gonna say that Dragonborn guy.
that Dragonborn as well, because works very closely. Perhaps if we could get them in a meeting together, that would also make accountability. Because more than one person would know about it. If we get Seeker Assume and Defense Guardian Tofor in the same place at the same time to give over this money, I believe that would be most beneficial.
I don't think that's a bad idea. Ooh, excuse me.
Why don't we just gather the entire council then?
Well, because this Hannah
Because-
Wasserin is corrupt AF.
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah,
that's the correct
she's-
terminology, AF.
Yes,
Wouldn't that
you're
help
correct.
expose his corruption?
I
No,
believe.
because we don't know who else is corrupted.
But we
So they
did
could-
find out, wasn't there a third member in Iman on the Clockwork Council, but Bilby didn't know who.
Yeah,
She said
and
that, what's his name?
they said he worked closely with.
They worked very
Wasserins.
closely with Mistress Hannah. Yes. Theodore Kraz, was it? No. I wrote it. It's very tiny because I had to write in the margins of my notes.
Hearthmaker,
Hearthmaker.
Theodorn Kraz.
I was right. Yeah. Okay, good. Yes, the Hearthmaker. That might be the third Clockwork Council member if they work very closely. After all, the people of Clockwork Council seem to all be people in positions of power to a certain extent.
Point of clarification, you already know who the 3 High Tinkers were.
Oh, that's right, and we killed one of them, and that's why Bilby took it.
Well, you knew one of them.
Yeah, but Bilby was one of the High Tinkerers.
Oh!
Bilby was a High Tinker.
Yes.
The person that they were talking about was
Wasserin.
somebody from the Myriad, right?
No. He talked about the Myriad as well, but he was explaining there is someone above the High Tinkers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there's 4 in each city. 3 High Tinkers that run separate little cults, and then one person who coordinates them all, and then they're called the Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, he could possibly be the Prime.
Could be the Prime if he works very closely with Miss Wasserin.
Yeah.
Wasserins. So I definitely think it might be best to not have them know about it until it's too late for them to do anything about it, seeing especially as how one of them is Coin Mistress. Funds may be misappropriated yet again. Now, if 2 people anonymously, or the other 2 people, if it's not brought before the whole council, just those 2 more trusted individuals, and then Miss Hannah Wasserin happened to do something with the money, it'd be very obvious it was her, then, and not, who on the council could have done it?
Especially since aren't we planning on giving them evidence that the Wasserins are...
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Evidence is going to go to the right people. Crazy cult.
All right, so while you all discuss this, we'll head to Igor.
On the way up to his room, Igor will stopping by his room and possibly Wendell's to grab everything he needs. He's going to get some bath salts. He's going to get a fancy rug. He's going to get extra candles. And he is also going to grab...
Yeah, there's no candles in Lamont's room at all.
Yeah, the extra candles being the only candles.
Well, exactly. Igor's grabbing extra candles. And he's also going to grab a... if you'll allow this, I'd like to think he'd have some sort of wooden box trinket that would emit like classical music, like a melody of some kind.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, a music box. That's fine.
Yeah, just a basic music box. He'll grab that. He'll also go out towards where the kitchen area would be and try and find a concoction of powders and whatnot to make kind of like, besides the salt, to also make like a basic bubble bath. And he'll grab all of that stuff, plus he'll quickly snack and grab a piece of like rosemary or something. And he'll go up to the room, he'll draw the bath, he'll put candles all around the perimeter and light them. He'll put the music box, and I'm sure it's got dun 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 dun, like really fancy sounding music playing. And he'll add in the salts, the bubble bath type material, soap, and he'll also place like a sprig of rosemary on the top just to make it look fancy, and he'll nod his approval looking at it, and he'll get ready to go tell Lamont that the bath is good.
Okay, you have no problem. When you stop by the kitchen, you ask the women in the kitchen and the chef and whatnot there. They point you to some of the housekeepers who you've seen, but you don't really ever talk to because they're very behind the scenes. They do a lot of the cleaning without anyone ever knowing they're there. They work very hard. They're able to point you to a small storeroom where there's a lot of that cleaning supplies and bath powders and bubble bath materials and whatnot that you might need, as well as a store of candles. So you're able to find all of that and do what you wanted to do. Yeah.
All right. He'll head up. He'll grab all that and go about his business doing that. Does he smell anything weird or funky in Lamont's room?
Yes, but it smells just like Lamont.
Oh, okay. Igor will gently crack a window if there is a window, like move the curtains and crack it.
Yes, there's windows on the dormers basically off the 4th floor. So
all right, then Igor would like to go and grab a clean towel and he'll grab it and he'll fold it gently and stick it over his arm, and he'll be standing outside the room waiting like a butler.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's where we'll leave Igor for now. We'll head back downstairs where the pudding is warming slowly in the room, the ones that aren't being eaten.
I'm eating the ones that aren't being eaten.
Okay, you're eating all the pudding.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'm hungry.
Always.
I'm so hungry. I need to eat or I'll die. So I think
what is everyone doing?
After like 15, maybe 20 minutes, Wendell would probably say, "Oh, by the way, Lamont, your bath is probably ready." Based on how long it takes Igor.
All right. Can I get a little of that, what's it called?
Pudding?
Money. No. No, there's plenty of pudding. Money. Need some of that money.
How much money do you eat?
I don't know.
You've got that flower vase full of platinum over there.
You did stuff that vase full of platinum for some reason.
Oh, right. So I did. Well, then I'll just take my vase right over here. I love these. They're very, I find that they really lighten up the room. And he starts to slowly back out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want everybody.
How many coins did you have?
That's your money, Lamont.
In that vase?
I do not. I barely remember this happening.
I think,
and so does Lamont.
As I remember, he filled up the vase and
I want to say it was
overflowing.
Yeah, I want to say that he put in it was I think he had it like a 6 or an 8. It was an even number above 5. I want to say like
I love this. It's gonna be great.
I want to say like I wasn't quite 60 because that wouldn't fit a whole vase because I mean there's stuff in the vase. So
no, he dumped the vase.
Oh, he dumped. That's right. He dumped
the
everything.
vase.
Oh, so in that case, I
right,
think you said there
that.
was like 60 coins fit in there because he dumped everything.
60 plat. Okay, so it only adds about a pound to the weight. So I was going to say if you try to stuff more in there, there's going to be some issues. But
yeah, I think you said there was like 60 or 80.
But let's get
60
specific
right.
here because I really like this. So it's a vase, right? It's probably pretty big, right? It's not like a small, thin-necked vase. I mean, you got to be able to get coins down this damn thing. So
I mean, it's about the size of a chamber pot. May have been used as one as one in the past.
Oh, let's hope so. So it's going to be before this is over, and then he takes. Oh, is it opaque or is it transparent?
It's not made out of. It's made out of a metal, like a beaten brass.
Excellent. All right, so he's got his vase, like backing out of the room. I'm aware of that, Harlan. I know that Harlan flip cloak. So I'm just going to go take a bath, and y'all have a nice chat, and I'll, talk to y'all later.
I suggest you enjoy that bath.
Yes.
You know it, buddy.
Take your time.
Bye. I don't think he's going to the bath.
It'll keep both Igor and him busy for a while. So, now that they're both gone, how about we talk about staff? Pay raises?
And by what I said
yes,
earlier.
Well, pay raises for sure, yes. I suppose we should figure out how much they get paid currently. We should go talk to Barton while Lamont's not with us. Yes.
Let's go do that.
I'm in need to hire some carpenters.
Right. Reagan could coordinate something for you. He's a very good coordinator. He's like an event planner almost.
He's very good at that.
He's a concierge of crime.
Love it.
All right. So the three of you are heading up to speak with Barden Ronat.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
General manager of the Shadow Inn. Okay. Since it looks like Lamont is not here at the moment. Oh, there he is. Are you heading upstairs, Lamont?
I'm guessing you're going up the stairway to your room. So.
Okay.
He's holding his vase and he's going upstairs.
Do you need a moment? You seem to be coming in at a...
No, we can do this now.
Okay.
I'm ready for my bath.
Okay, you head upstairs, and you find Igor waiting outside of the room with a towel over his arm.
Your boss is ready, and he'll do a slight courteous bow, extending his arm with the towel out, waiting for him to take it.
Igor.
Hey,
I put my right hand on your shoulder.
On the hump.
yes. Yeah, on the hump.
Oh, precious Igor. Thank you. I won't forget what you did for me today.
Hey,
Thank you,
sure.
friend. And let me tell you something, okay? Look into my eyes, okay? Look at me.
Hey, yes. He's like his teeth, like snaggle tooth.
When the revolution comes and I create this bridge between worlds, you'll be right there with me. Okay?
As long as the bridge isn't too high, I'm not a big fan of heights.
Thank you. And I like give him a big hug and I like hold you close.
Thank
I give
you.
you a really warm, like I haven't seen you in a long time hug. And I just like take a big deep breath.
He'll
Okay.
pat you.
All right.
I took the liberty of starting the music and I cracked the window if you don't mind. If it is too cold or too hot, let me know and I will adjust.
Pleasure. Thank you.
One more
I'm
thing.
I'm like undressing in front of you. Yeah, what's up?
He's not phased.
Right.
Would you like me to wait outside for your services, or would you prefer I go get you a drink?
No, is there a bathrobe available inside? Is there a bathrobe available?
Oh, just the towel, I'm afraid. I can go
Okay.
check and see if we have any robes available.
Yeah, just go down to the front desk. Just let them know I'm looking for a bathrobe and like I don't know, like a pot of coffee and some ice water, like a pitcher of ice water. And hang on, let me just take these off here because I want you to go ahead and take all my laundry down for me too. So that's
yes, really the way I
these.
will freshen them.
These are pretty ripe, so you're gonna want to get them right down there because you're gonna probably have to do these twice because these have been through a lot right here. These are some old soldiers right here. Probably should have taken. Oh boy! All right, let me tell you something. Get on down there. Appreciate you. Lamont, now very nude, goes inside and slams the door.
Yes, be talking to the door. I shall knock once I am back. And Igor's holding the bundle of clothes and he will gingerly lay it out in the hallway, making a perfect close outline, and he'll plot his feather duster prestidigitation and he'll very gently start going from top to bottom, every nook and cranny, prestidigitating the hell out of it. He may even have to prestidigitate twice. Who knows?
No, one time over is fine. It's interesting. The clothes seem to lose a bit of structure to them. They seem to be a bit stiffer when they came off. You thought they were maybe canvas, but no, it's a finer cotton. They just had a canvas feel to it because it's been worn for so long. And it is a much darker shade of black. It seemed to have kind of grayed out a bit with the layers of dust, dirt, and grime that had built up over time.
So fun thought came into my head. If possible, I know we have the feather dusting prestidigitation. Would it be possible for it to have maybe another magical ability that allows it to imbibe maybe a light scent of something?
Prestidigitation can do that.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well, while he's doing that, he'll give it like a fresh scent, maybe like a lemon lime type citrusy scent.
Okay, then that is what you have done.
Okay, and then after he does that, he'll gently fold the clothes and he'll set them in a nice neat stack outside the door, and he will sneak away to go get the pitcher of ice water, the pitcher of hot coffee, and a robe if they have one.
Okay. Most of the staff, you notice, are looking at you funny as you're going about your business. You've never noticed this before. They've all seemed to look at you kind of as an equal, but you're starting to notice that they're looking and staring and whispering behind your back a bit now.
Is this like in the hallway or downstairs?
All the servants that you like in the servants' quarters, when you go back there and you stop, you like it gets real quiet when you come in, not like it used to be. You notice there's a bit of a change in the demeanor of your fellow servants.
Must be intimidated by me, Hump. Gets that a lot when we travel. He'll go about his business, but he'll make a mental note to go ask Reagan about it because he did say come talk to him if he needs to.
Okay. All right. So we'll catch up with, Lamont is bathing. I don't think we need
I hope.
descriptive terminology of that particular experience. So
Probably
let's
like cannonballs into it, and it's everywhere, and who knows?
knocks the candles into the wall,
Yeah.
fire starts, the whole building burns down.
It's what happens when you let a tiger out of his cage and he starts to walk around like he's on another planet. He's like sniffing at everything and sort of looking at everything like he just fell to earth. It takes him a good hour and a half to actually get in the bath.
Impressive.
Circling.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Lamont's done for a little while. So that we'll pick back up downstairs. Barden has agreed to meet with you in the private dining room.
Wonderful. We just walk up the stairs to the private dining room.
Okay. So you guys
And
go up the ladders.
I put, with my mage hand, the empty pudding dishes back into the smart Igor.
Okay. You close the door and you hear it moving up. All right. So you're sitting in the private dining room for a moment before Barden comes in. He's dressed like normally, a little bit, for a person in the position of power that he is, he's dressed a little almost ramshackly. It's good clothing, but it's kind of like it's a little too large for him, so it hangs on him a little bit. He's got a little wild grayish hair. He's older. You can see the age lines at his eyes and whatnot. So, but he seems lighter now, a little happier. And he's like, good to see you all. Like, great news, right? I mean, owners.
It's
like,
quite thrilling.
Totally.
Yes.
I mean, outside of Lamont, this is great news for everyone.
We waited for him to jump into the bath before we had this meeting with you. For that reason alone.
Thank you. I heard he wants to replace everyone with automatons.
Don't listen to him. We're not going to let it happen.
Oh, you do know that kind of change would destroy the
Yes.
base of regular customers we have that spend lots of money here.
Yes, we're not about it.
Not to mention our side businesses that we have.
What side businesses are those?
Oh, well, there might be some difficulty moving forward with some of the businesses that we run.
Understandable.
We procure things for people. We do favors for people. A lot of the things that Bilby put in place when he first got here, but not on the same level. He took a real personal interest. We do a bit of loans for people who are in sticky situations. We provide a lot of support for people in the neighborhood who are a little short from time to time. We get a good return on investment. We don't have a problem with people defaulting. We support the local community. It's what kind of helps keep our position here. We were a little get a little bit of a shady reputation. I mean, being a shadow, shady, haha, making jokes here. No, your normal things.
Yes.
Can I insight check him?
Yes, same.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I'll try to roll using the D&D Beyond sheet.
Doing a good job so far.
Thank you, sir. I've really enjoyed it, but now I don't have exactly the same pressures for
16.
returns.
9.
16 and a 9. Hal, you're not sure. You're looking to see if you could tell if he's telling the truth, but you can't. You don't see any tells really that's saying that he's lying or not. So it's not inconclusive. Wendell, you're pretty sure he's telling the truth.
Good.
I mean, he has always got an air of like withholding information, and he may not be completely upfront with you, but he hasn't lied about anything so far.
All right, that's fine. It's better than that accountant.
So yeah, so we run just a lot of side businesses there. We also have a collection of interesting people who do work for us. We have our fixer, we have seamstresses and people. We try to provide, a full service. We're a full service facility.
So going forward,
Yes.
you would know better than anyone what kind of impact are you expecting being separate from the class?
Well, it depends on how separate you wish to be. I understand, Ms. Howell, that you've had your own relationship with the class. I've been an administrator for the most part, answering only directly to the spiraling, which is damn right scary for a guy like me. Some of our services might be more difficult to provide. Some of the more hard to get items that our regulars like from time to time. I'm not talking about girls or assassinations or things like that. I farm that stuff out to other people and get it out. I don't want anything to do with that. That could take down a business in no time. So someone asks for something like that, I send them to, I used to send them to our contacts in the class, so they took care of it, or I send them to Bilby. So now I don't know what we're going to do in that situation. People know that they can get what they need when they come here. But also, we also have one of the best wine rooms in the entire city. We have a full selection of...
How have I not?
You've not asked. I'm sorry. And I'm right in assuming you're the Havisham Hossenpfeffers?
Yes, the Havisham Hossenpfeffers.
Oh, when your winery went under, it was a travesty.
Going, just haven't.
You're still making wine.
Yes, just export has been an issue. Not for much longer though.
No, like immediately. You seriously have wine in barrels?
Yes.
Have you bottled it yet?
Some.
And it's ready for shipment?
Yes.
I could have a caravan to your place. I could leave it today. I could leave today. Why haven't you not asked me about this?
I didn't know we had one of the best wine rooms in the city.
You know how prestigious the Shadow will be if we're the sole proprietor of Havisham Hossenpfeffer wines?
Yes, I had been approached by a wine distributor, Mr. Siffer. I believe you'll be familiar with Mr. Bonner Siffer.
Small change. I'm talking about your own building providing.
Yes.
I mean, sure, if you want to give him opportunity to sell at other places, but this is the Shadow. You're an owner now.
I am. I wasn't willing to think about the possibility when I was only, you only had 49% of it, because then Mr. Benath could have taken over. No. Not with my wine.
Well, he would have gotten a 51% of the profits we made off of each one of the sales, and we can really push that up.
And decisions involving it. No.
Oh, we could racket this. If you don't want to start... We'll talk about this. I know this is more general...
Excuse you, but Havisham is to the northwest. You're welcome. Ha.
So we'll talk about that. I have some ideas. We'll discuss that. I could have Havisham wines here in less than a week.
Yes, I like where this is going.
More if you're willing to pay.
A week should be good.
I mean, I could get them here tonight if you were willing to put the money down. But that's something we'll discuss.
Focus.
Sorry.
I
love wines, and so it's just.
Yes.
I don't get the appeal, but whatever. So
it's a fine
upbringing.
art.
It's upbringing.
What kind?
It really is.
Focus, people.
Sorry. It's wine. I'm sorry.
What kind of profit loss can we expect if we do completely cut ourselves off from the clasp?
Well, probably initially I'd say worst case scenario 30% decline in overall profits, as some of our distributors will no longer have to give us better deals because of our associations. Best case scenario, probably 10% just on the loss of the specialty providing services, specialty services aspects. I don't. It's all really up in the air. I have to negotiate some things. You won't mind me negotiating with our merchants and whatnot, would you? I mean, it's what I do.
No, you sound like you're very good at it, and How long have you been doing this, Barton?
Oh, I started working at the Shadow right after it was built, 8 years ago. Right when right when Whitestone really started investing in the embassy and the surrounding areas. They pumped a lot of money in early. The Spiraling jumped right in and kind of was a shadow investor in the building of this particular inn. Ended up taking it over 5 years ago, and I was already here. So.
All right. Wonderful. Just was curious as to your employment history.
We would like to leave things how they are with a few changes.
I was hoping you'd say that.
We want increases for all the staff.
I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
How big of an increase for the entire staff? And am I included?
Of course, you're included.
How much is everyone getting paid now?
Normal competitive wages for people who work. I mean, most of our employees have no idea that this was a front for a criminal organization.
Right.
They get paid your normal wages. We still pay comfortable wages for everyone. Couple silver a day for most of our servers, kitchen help. That it's competitive with others. We pay a little higher than most because we want the best employees. People like Reagan get paid a bit more because of the services they provide to the ownership. I get paid commensurate upon my duties. The bartenders, because they work directly with me in providing the services that we render and in farming for leads, they get paid a little bit more, but they also get tips. So, but I like to think that I know a lot of my competitors don't do this, but I like to pay my bartenders a full wage, and that tips are just bonus for them because you could have a bad tip day, and that's and you still have to work 12 hours. And
what about the two bouncers that guard the fourth floor?
Oh, the competitive wages for the security. They have their own small staff that you don't see that working in the stables outside. Right. Some of the guys, I don't know if you've ever noticed a few of the people that are kind of like hanging around out in the plaza in front. Those are on our staff too. They drum up business. They send people in, and when the alarm is sounded, they come in and bash heads. But we don't have that happen very often.
I'd say bump it up enough that we don't have to worry about them leaving anytime soon. Nothing too extravagant, but
10% increase across the board.
I think.
How's a straight kid?
Uh-huh.
She knows like what the competitive rates are and stuff. Does she think that a 10% raise would be, enough?
I mean, you would probably think that, for people who are making 2 coppers a day, you'd probably, not 2 coppers, right? 2 silvers a day, you'd probably think they need to double that because you never have enough money.
Okay.
But it's also, there's a balance, but you would probably want to double.
Perhaps
you'd probably want
10% bonus, or perhaps 10% raise, and then a Winter Crest bonus.
Well, I mean, I'm up. How about I run some figures for you? I'll put together, because we're looking at a shortfall probably going forward initially, and if we do a pay increase, that will probably cut directly into your profits and pay off the top.
Happy employees, happy business.
All right. Well, I'll run some numbers. We'll talk about it. I'll send you a report. How about that?
Sounds good.
I know you're all busy. You're great adventurers, saving the world and all that. So I'll just I'll just send a parchment your way. Okay.
Sounds good. Now, Reagan also mentioned that you had some ideas about improvements, modifications.
Yes. Well, there's a few local buildings nearby. I thought that we could possibly, depending upon the environment and how things are going, that maybe we could expand into some other offerings.
Yes.
Maybe a specific branch off of restaurant business, so we could have the restaurant like a quality food establishment. Just food. I know it's strange. We don't have that. Normally taverns, inns, whatnot. Just food. And focus on it.
I know Igor would love that.
Yeah.
You get some really good food.
There's
like
some
personal
great
chefs and shit. Yeah.
There's some great cooks in the area. And there's even this celebrity chef I've heard about. Even Star or something like that. He's a Ionian cleric, strangely enough, but cooks.
Interesting.
I've talked with him. He's come through here a few times. We've talked business. I thought that might be fun. Plus maybe expanding the stable yard. Just simple things. And I've had contacts with a few wizards. I was meant to run this by Mr. Flipcloak that have talked about portal service to other cities.
That wouldn't be bad.
So yeah, but it's expensive. So
Yeah. Go ahead and select a project that you think would be most beneficial. And
how about I run up the costs on all of them, and I'll put them in with the.
Sure.
I'm used to giving reports. I'm very good at that, so I'll just
Yeah.
run all the numbers.
Reports and looking at numbers.
Wonderful.
Like I
So
said, we don't
whining
really
reports.
want to change anything. We want to improve.
Excellent.
So.
Excellent. Well, understand that most of our operating costs are rolled into upgrading facilities and coat of paint here and there, new chairs, that kind of stuff. That's already rolled in and are budgeted for each year. So we do a full refurbishment of the place every fall.
Good.
All right. Any other questions, Mr.
I'm
Flipcloak?
good.
You've been very quiet, sir.
Oh, I am just paying attention to the conversation here. Do we? Yes, I was going to ask, what are the current funds of the property?
Oh, you mean our war chest, our
Yeah.
rainy day fund?
Yes.
Oh, I don't have that number directly with me, but we normally try and keep back each pay period at least one full share. And that goes into the war chest. And normally that gets only broken into when we need to.
All right. I was just.
Probably somewhere around 20,000 gold pieces, I think. I mean, it's enough to recover from a major damage event.
We got quite close at that airship.
Yes. I don't think we would have been able to recover from that, but
I recovered. It landed on me.
It did.
These
Yes, ma'am.
meatballs are really good.
it's a new dish. The chef was trying it out.
You should
So you
sell
like
this at the
meatballs?
restaurant.
Okay, all right.
Don't make me punch you, Wendell.
I'm just learn new things every day.
I will punch the shit out of your
Can I
face.
get some
Oh.
meatballs?
Okay. Yes.
Just keep the business profitable.
That is the plan, sir. And you will have monthly reports to that fact.
Wonderful.
Excellent. I'll take my leave now, unless there is anything else.
No, if there is, I will leave you a message, note, something of the sorts. Come see you in your office.
Excellent. You know where it is, right behind the bar.
Maybe you should have him write down his name. Wendell.
Oh, I do have Reagan. Let's see, how many names can I have in my book right now? I do have a limit to the number of names I can put in here. It's a very
Okay, well then I
special
think
book.
Reagan's just fine.
Yes, I have Lamont, yourself, Mr. Flipcloak, and Reagan. So Reagan's a good go-between.
Yes,
Oh,
Reagan is quite indispensable here at the facility.
Oh, yeah.
He is our.
Very happy to be able to negotiate along with the full share of the inn for the staff to all stay as well.
No, I was told about that. I was very surprised, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you very much for that.
We're appreciative as well. We apologize for Lamont, profusely and always.
Yeah, we're
W-
trying.
Once you're over the shock of Mr. Quinlan, you understand that he's just making sure that we do our best at all times. That's the way we look at it. He
That's
just
a
wants
good
us
way
to
to
be the
look
best
at
we
it.
can be. And if Roger wasn't in love with him, then I'm sure
Oh,
there'd be bigger
God.
problems. But he always picks the worst ones.
Sounds
Oh,
like
boy.
it.
Yes. Well,
Speaking of
take-
Roger, I'm gonna go get a drink.
All right.
all right. I will
Thanks,
take
Bard.
my leave. Thank you. Pleasure.
Could you
And
send
he
Reagan
exits
in?
out.
I head out.
Okay. Reagan is standing by the door. It's like, already?
Just
Sorry.
a brief question.
All right. Yes.
How does one go about meeting one of the members of the council of Tal'Dorei, of Iman?
Oh, that's a very interesting question,
Yes.
Master Hassenpfeffer. I'm not familiar with that.
Wasn't
It's
sure if
never
you
been
would
in
be.
my purview, but I'm confident I can procure the information for you within an hour.
That would be fantastic.
I will, however, say that my suggestion off the top of my head, without knowing for facts or for sure, would be to leverage my friends who have connections with the council. Perhaps Mr. Sifa might be able to get a meeting.
That is that was one of my ideas. I had several. I just didn't know which of them were superior to the others.
Right, and I wasn't able to warn you before Hal walked out into the main room. Remember the strange investigators that were...
Oh, yes.
They're here.
Fuck.
Fantastic.
I'm so screwed.
Yes, they're actually... I have their names now. I've been doing a bit of research. The tall female blue tiefling with the green hair is Sekhmet Doom.
Uh-huh. And the other?
Her companion, the gnome with the green hair as well, is Miss Nix Welbum.
All right.
Oh boy.
I know that they work out of a building in the Central District. It's at 221B Beckham Street. They are on retainer with Arbiter Brom Goldhand. They seem to be consulting detectives.
See. One moment. Howl. If you are approached, this is the in your head because you've left. So this is a message real quick. Howl, if you are approached by a blue tiefling named Sekhmet Doom or a Nix Welbum, halfling with green hair, please know that they are the detectives looking into the debacle in front of the bank. Send new message. Remember, no dragon was involved, and you weren't there.
Can I respond in my head, or do I have to talk out loud?
You can respond in your head.
Okay.
And remember, you guys don't remember. You don't remember much about any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
the incident.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get drunk.
Maybe not too drunk.
No promises.
Okay.
I go sit at the bar in front of Roger Roget.
Okay. Let's check in with Lamont Quinlan, who is currently floating in his bath.
He is. He's floating in the bathtub.
Is he fomenting any other plans of revolution at this time?
So here's the thing. He's sitting in the tub, and by now the bubbles have all popped, and there's this sort of weird film across the top of the water, and sort of an iridescent, like when oil spills into a puddle in the street. He's making little fists with his hands, and little bits of water squirting out of the top of his fists. And he's looking off into the distance, and the music that Igor started playing runs out. And I'd like to think that after it does, he starts hearing like echoes of his kid calling out to him, and starts like hearing himself say crazy shit that people have said to him, and then like starts to fall asleep. And Kalishtar, of course, have like very vivid non-fiction dreams, and so anyway, I'd like to think he just has this like really serious moment in the tub that lines him back up with his inner goals.
You actually remember now for the first time, as you're relaxing and your mind is finally unwinding a bit, you do remember a series of like flashes of your time when you were held in the big blue building in the Erudite Quarter, just after you had been you teleported to this place. And there was always this one elf, really tall, really thin, white hair, rich robes that hang off him like curtains hang off of a frame. They're just that rail thin. Curled white, long, thin beard and golden spectacles. And he's sitting there with a parchment and he's writing down as you're just telling him all the things that you know, things that you don't understand now, because there was still that moment, that liminal moment when you were still connected. You were connected with both places.
Right.
And you're rambling off all this stuff. And you see him holding what you now know is the portal box. And he's asking you questions about it. And you're answering. Days of this, weeks of this. You see him in different times, different clothing, and you're always half naked on the floor of the cell answering questions. And as the longer it goes on, the less you remember about your previous life and the less you remember about who you are. And that's what kind of comes to you.
Where is the portal box? Do I know?
You've not seen it since, like, the last time he showed it to you and you were talking with him, that's the last time you've ever seen it. As far as you know, he may still have it.
And as far as I know, he's in the Sapphire Pyramid.
Maybe. You don't know much about him.
Okay.
He was there then when you were.
Okay. So, he eventually starts getting real mad, right? And starts to make fists faster in the tub, and then just like leaps out of the tub and grabs his bathrobe on the way out and his goggles.
Okay.
And goes ripping down the stairs with his
so
robe barely around him.
You plow through the door of your room.
Yes.
Right into Igor, who is standing in front of the door waiting for you.
Oh, well, everything okay, Lamont? Did the water get too cold?
Igor.
Yes?
I gotta talk to that other big red one.
Oh, the big red one?
Yeah, the other big red one.
Your clothes are clean here for you, master. And he'll bend down and grab them. Would you like them now? Would you like me to leave them in the room?
Like, put my hand on your cheek, on your right cheek, and then gently lean in and give you a gentle kiss on your forehead. And then, like, kind of lean my head to the side. And then I walk off.
Oh, look.
Is he naked?
I'll put him in your room.
Got a robe
Bath towel.
on.
I have an open robe right now.
Open robe. Okay.
Igor
Which, as he's moving quickly, it
inside.
flutters behind him.
His
Yes, it
clothes are billowing.
Igor will set his clothes pile inside then and go collect the music box and candles that weren't used and do some cleaning up.
Okay. You can pick up later. You have a real hard time folding the cloak of billowing because he left it billowing and it just does not fold. It's very difficult.
Igor will try and
Imagine
try
he
and
puts
try.
it under the corner of the bed to get it to just
Yeah, he's doing everything he can to fold that sucker,
folding a
and it
fitted
just won't.
sheet.
And he just finally grabs it and he hangs it up with the curtain, and he'll go, and just kind of.
It's just flowing like a flag in the wind right now.
Igor opens the window a little bit more, making like the breeze is blowing in. Satisfies his brain.
All right, and before we catch Lamont coming downstairs naked, let's check in with Howell. Howell, you're at the bar with Roger Roget.
What up, Roger?
He is the thin, attractive, young human bartender. He's been there for a while now, and he's your favorite bartender.
How you doing, kid? What's up?
I am well. You haven't been to my bar in a while. I'm not sure what's going on.
It's been kind of crazy around here.
I
so-
think you didn't like me anymore.
Oh, come on, Roger. You know you're
I
my
mean,
favorite. You were mean to me last time we spoke.
Oh, please.
You insulted me. That hurt me.
Oh,
I don't appreciate
It was
it.
friendly ribbing. That's all it was.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Roger. You're the best.
I love you too, but it's only platonic because
I
I
know,
only
yeah,
have
goddamn.
eyes for
Oof.
that strange man in black.
You've got too much down there for me anyway, so
You don't have enough for me.
that's fair. This is why it works.
It does.
Yeah,
It does.
yeah. I do not know what you see in that fucking crazy man.
Neither do I, but it's a strange attraction. The forbidden fruit and all that.
Give me something strong.
Everybody likes a little crazy, right?
I like stable.
No.
After all the crazy in my life.
I'm young. I have a lot more crazy in my future.
You do.
All right. Well,
I like
okay,
how
so
Hal says she's had a lot of crazy in her life, and she only remembers the past few years of it.
10 years. Just the past 10 years.
Yep. Okay, just had to throw that out there.
Yep.
so you want shots or drink?
Let's start with some shots.
All right. Well, and they're all in the house, of course, because you're the boss now.
Hell yeah, I am.
I'm in good with the boss. I'm set right now.
You're
I'm
good.
happy.
We're talking about negotiations for possible pay increases. We'll see.
Oh, no shit, right? Really?
Yeah. We love you guys. We want you to stay.
Look, I love my job already, but you're going to keep paying me. I'll never leave.
Well, good.
Maybe I'll get a room on the 4th floor.
We'll see.
All right. You have to get in good with
help.
Lamont for that.
Yeah.
All right.
I just wanna do like a quick scan and see if I see those two green-haired weirdos.
You turn around and you see the tall, blue-skinned tiefling with green hair staring right at you. She's dressed very, very impeccably, but it's like a tweed coat and a very smart dress, high lace-up, leather like boots. She's got a strange contraption in her hand. It's seated at the table, and she's looking at you. And then next to her is a very small gnome with blue hair, pulled very tightly back, spectacles, and a little binder of parchment that she's taking notes with a quill.
Interesting.
And they're looking at you.
Yeah, I imagine like Roger gave me a shot, and then I took it, and then I'm doing like the whole lean against the bar thing, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just arms up. And I just knock back my shot, put it down, motion for another, and I'm like, can I help you with anything? You're just hardcore staring right now.
Okay, well, they're on the bed, like across the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not like right next to you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay,
they're like 30 feet away.
Okay.
Okay. That's a little different. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Then, no, you're good. You're good. Then I'm just gonna, like, I'll stare at them for a couple seconds, and then I'm just gonna scan the rest of the room and just kind of wait for them to approach me.
Okay. About this time, as you're just kind of scanning the room and waiting for them to approach, you hear a noise. It sounds like someone running down the stairs.
No.
And suddenly, in full glory and flapping robe, Lamont Quinlan comes down the stairs.
God damn it.
Roger's happy.
And I go over.
Roger kind of leans over.
And
Oh my.
No, I stand up and I go over and I just yank his fucking robe closed and tie it off. God damn it, Lamont. What have I told you about running around naked in this fucking place?
You're in my personal space.
Well, then don't show your dick all over the place.
I'm just as the gods made me, man.
Roger's like, we don't mind.
Roger!
Hello.
You can
Hey!
remember his name, but you can't remember Reagan's.
Warm milk, sir?
Yeah, that sounds... I'm like making eye contact with Al. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll have that. I'll have one of those. And I'm holding my vase, by the way. Where I've got my vase.
I'm like still in his personal space, so I'm gonna be like, just be careful what you say. Those two green-haired weirdos over there are watching us.
Sorry, I was about to look. I won't look. I was looking at you.
That's probably a good idea.
playing cool.
They're behind me.
Look, can I talk to you for just a second? Can I just have...
Can you put on clothes? You can talk to me when you put on clothes.
I have to put on clothes to talk to you.
Yes,
I can't just go over to the bar right now. This is the
Yeah,
lounge
because
area. I'm lounging.
Okay,
Lounge.
this is a business, and we're going to lose business if people see your dick all over the place.
Oh, that kind
I'm
of
the
business.
local color. I'm the fun one. I'm the one that
If you want to have a conversation, you need to put on clothes. At least
God.
pants. At least
Oh my
pants.
Fine. And he goes trotting up like a kid, trotting up the stairs, holding onto his vase.
I'm just like,
He's
oh my
bent.
God.
And he goes back to Igor to recover his clothes.
Roger, I need more shots.
Welcome back.
I need like 3 more right now, Roger.
Yeah, he's putting him out. We'll go to Igor and Lamont upstairs.
Welcome back, Lamont. I just got done tidying up your room. Your clothes are inside on the bed, and the cloak is billowing majestically.
That's great. It's just Igor. Oh, Igor.
Yeah,
these aren't my clothes. These aren't my clothes.
They most assuredly are. So I cleaned them myself.
No, mine were like harder than this, and they had like some. What the hell did you do to my clothes?
Those were dirty bits, sir, on your clothes for the hard. What was making it stiff?
Come on. What did you do to my what?
You did ask for them to be washed.
If you'd like for me to put the hardness back into the clothes, I'm sure I could figure something out for you.
No, it's fine. I just got used to it is all. I'm gonna miss how dirty they were. It's a special time, you know.
I'll remember it for next time, sir, and I won't go as harsh on the cleaning.
Yeah. Well, no, you did a great job, and you've really done things up for me in here, and it's a special thing, brother. I appreciate you, and you know, I'm going through a lot of stuff, and I don't know what you're going through, man. You know, everybody's got their bag of rocks, so it's just cool to spend this time with you. It's special, you know. We're on the right side of the grave right now. We got some exciting stuff coming up. We got a lot to look forward to, Igor. This is a big time.
Yes, you know? Very. Can I help you with anything else, Monster?
Igor, I am going to drive a stake of fear right through the heart of this city and make every citizen quake in their beds. They're going to be afraid to walk the streets by the time I'm done with them. And it starts with this long-haired fuck who took my box. And I'm going to go down and crew up, my friend, and I'm coming for him. I'm going right at him. And then I get the box, and then we are building a bridge between worlds. You, me, Hal, and the big red one. And by God, it's gonna be beautiful.
So would you like me to get you a to-go meal, sir?
I have some milk waiting for me downstairs. And I start putting my pants on.
I'll get your cloak for you, and Igor will go and unhook the billowing cloak.
Fetch my cloak, Igor. I need my cloak.
Yes, Master.
The coat of billowing, actually. It's not so much a cloak as it is a coat.
Igor will grab it after he gets his clothes on and be putting it on his shoulders and be like, I tried to fold it for you, sir, but it won't stop moving.
Fucking portal master, Igor. I'm back. You hear me? Back in business.
Yes, Master.
Like, run out.
Igor watches him go and he's like, all right.
As he runs out, let's go and check in with Wendell and Harlan in the private dining area. What are you two doing?
So there's those inspectors outside.
Apparently.
Maybe you should talk to them, get them to leave.
I was hoping they'd go away on their own, but I suppose not. You know, I probably am the person in group best suited to speaking with them. If I can intercept them first, then perhaps they'll leave before speaking with anyone else.
I think that would be your best choice, yes.
Right.
There's a quiet knock on the door. Reagan sticks his head in.
Yes, Reagan.
The two that I mentioned...
Yes.
...are asking to speak with me.
With you?
Yes. What should I say?
Walk over to him. Give him a pat. Guidance. Say, well, it's just as you said earlier. Reagan, everyone else was having an ice cream social. And I was dropping off our esteemed dinner guests from that evening.
Yes.
Carriage was unfortunately accidentally encountered the event at the time.
Of course. I will endeavor to remember and present the proper face for the establishment.
Yes. Would you like if I spoke with you? I come with.
That would probably be preferable.
All right.
I'm concerned. I've heard things about these two. Not so much the smaller one, the gnome, but the taller one is quite insightful.
I see. Well, Reagan, we'll do our best.
All right. So as the two of you walk out into the common room,
Guidance, 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 guidance.
Lamont comes down the stairs. Harlan, you're just staying in the private dining room?
I'm actually going to make my way upstairs, trying to avoid talking to these people.
Well, which you can do if you go down and then come up through Lamont's room. Because we have the secret stairwell up.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna sneak into your own room and get some meditation time in.
Yes.
And plan your farmland thing.
Yes, I have an interesting plot, which I'll go over with you.
Wonderful. I can't wait to hear. All right, so Hal turns back around and is downing a couple shots. There is a glass of warm milk beside you. Lamont comes running into the room to speak with you. And Wendell and Reagan start walking over to the table with the two green-haired.
And I would have changed my outfit before walking out
residents.
to looking like a very respectable suit.
All right.
Very similar to my own, but maybe a little spiffed up, because I have a nice suit now, and I'm wearing it. It's just a little spiffier looking.
With all of these threads coming together right now, and us starting late tonight, and it getting kind of late, we're going to stop right there tonight.
Ugh.
We're going to call it there because I believe the next conversations that are going to be had by everyone are going to be quite interesting and possibly long-winded. So let's go around and speak with everyone and see what they thought about our planning evening tonight. It seemed like an entire night of planning and behind the scenes sort of thing. So let's check in tonight first with the character that's thinking about leaving really soon. Howl.
Hello. Hi, I'm Nuggetosaurus. I play Howl, the shifter fighter. Tomorrow night, I'm going to play Embar of Anastra, the Divine Soul Sorceress. And then I play Violet, the synthetic human, in our Aliens campaign once a month, but we're doing it twice a month this month, in 2 weeks. And my favorite part was Igor side-eyeing the fucking dumbwaiter. That's just, oh god. You can't make this shit up. It's just fantastic. I love it. And yeah, I'm ready for next week. I'm ready to have a conversation with Lamont while he's clothed. So yeah, it'll be great.
Excellent. Yes, I am also happy for the conversation you will have Lamont with him fully clothed, because he really is depreciating the value of the shadow running around with his bits out like that. So speaking of his bits hanging out and depreciating the shadow, Mr. Lamont Quinlan.
Please, it could use a floor show. Wouldn't you say? Hi, I'm producer Trav. I play Lamont Quinlan. I love where this game is going. Frank really understands this setting and really, just really goes deep, and I fucking love it. And I want Lamont to do great things and drive everybody crazy and
I've already achieved one of them.
It's really exciting where this is headed, because I can really see this in a few weeks, in a few months, where we really have our characters really have a lot at their disposal and have a lot of cool shit to do and say, and Howl's not going anywhere. So I'm producer Trav, and I produce WebDM. We're going to talk about mounted combat this week, and we shot it on Saturday remotely. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be our second remote show. So it's going to be fun. So watch that. I'm going to play D&D with Lindy tomorrow. And I'm still buzzing from our Aliens game last Friday, which was fucking sweet. It's so much fun and so awesome. And I can't wait for the next one. And I don't know what else I'm doing, man. I got Friday off. So have a great time. I'm about to buy Animal Crossing, so I may never play D&D online again.
How dare you?
Never see
I have
you
your phone
again.
number. I'll find you.
Lindy's gonna call
I know
me.
where you live.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. So let's check in with the quiet man this evening, the one deep in thought and looking to buy some farmland outside the city, Mr. Harlan Flipcloak.
Oh, yes. Yes, that is me. I'm the D20 coup de grace. You've been playing Harlan here tonight, and tomorrow I'll be playing Magnus, and the day after, or not the day after, sorry. And then on Fridays, sometimes I will be playing Corporal Red Brewer. My favorite part tonight was probably Igor fighting with the dumbwaiter. It was so awesome. And Lamont trying to fight the city. I just find that to be ridiculous. Thank you.
Yes, I really can't wait to find out how that's going to work out, because it's going to be interesting. But the man of the hour.
Can I say my favorite part?
Oh,
Because
yes,
it's
please.
Igor. It was when Igor said, I like went on some whole jag. It's like right at the beginning of the show, went on some whole crazy jag about being Batman or some shit. And Igor's like, Master, will there be more pudding than the... And it's, you have to have that. That's the first thing popped in my head. It's like, God, I'm so glad that someone's there to ask for pudding on the back of another one of Lamont's insane screeds. Thank you very much. I love Igor.
Yes, speaking to the pudding master and the antagonist of the smart Igor, Igor himself.
Yeah, hi, Shiny Pilot 206. I think we're gonna to have something done about that dumbwaiter. Something, either the cable snipped, uninstalled, Igor's threatened. You know, who knows? But it was fun. Glad to have fun with it. I thank you guys for putting up with my crazy shenanigans, especially throwing curveballs your way, Dungeon Master. But yeah, I'm here with Lindy's channel Mondays, Tuesdays, and then the Aliens game as well when we run that. And I'm not super good at plugins, but anyways, yeah, favorite part for the night. I don't know. I had fun being Igor. I mean, he's just fun to be. I love the little directions, though, that everybody's going. The farm, the fact that Hal may be leaving, Lamont getting on his kind of power horse here to get ready and turn this whole village, city, town place into his leaping off point, his new Gotham City, whatever it may be. And yeah, going from there. But anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it.
All right, and I'll go ahead and say my piece. I'm a deception check. I'm the DM. I corral these guys and try and figure out what I'm going to do next week with all the stuff they gave me this week. I'm already worried about that. And it's partly my fault because I was the NPC giving them all the ideas while we were going through it. I really need to shut my mouth sometimes. You can find me also here on Tuesday nights when I'm Merrick Tenpenny, and on Fridays when we play Aliens, I'm Hank Granger, who is still alive, and I don't know how long that's going to last. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, favorite part tonight, honestly, it's got to be Igor and the smart Igor. That just got me going, and I love what producer Trav's doing with Lamont, because it's going to cause so much pain and suffering when it actually comes to fruition. So that's fun. That's going to be good. I can't wait. So yeah, let me go ahead and pass it on now to Laugh Love Lindy, who plays Wendell Eustace Abernathy Lucius Throckwaddle Hassenpfeffer IV of the Haversham Hassenpfeffers, who may now have his wines coming to Amon again. It's been a decade almost.
Yes, it's been a very long time.
It has been a very long time.
We've got 10 years of wine just sitting in the basement of the manor and the barn and the storage shed. Anyways, yes, there's a lot of wine. It needs to get moved, and thankfully wine ages, and it ages well. It's the only saving grace of a vineyard compared to being like a potato farmer or some other peasant-y thing. But yes, favorite moment was Igor with the dumbwaiter / smart Igor, but specifically Reagan trying to explain to Igor that it's called a dumbwaiter, and what a put down was, and how Igor really didn't get any of it. but Reagan tried. It also is seeing how far Wendell can toe the line with Howl just repeatedly. That's my own personal. See how many times I can threaten to get punched without getting punched. It's a pastime, specifically mine. Wendell just does things. That's me. Just loving to pick on Howl a little bit because it's funny and it's fun and someone needs to do it. So yeah, you can find us here every Monday and Tuesday for Mondays in Exandria. And Mists of Ravenloft, they're currently in Sri Raji at a university, hopefully going to cure. I looked at your name on the overlay, and there we go, Magnus. I was like, Harlan. It's not Harlan. It's not Harlan. Magnus, Prince Magnus Deepshaft's were-tiger lycanthropy. And maybe find out some stuff about the Rakshasa that they apparently have to go try and kill.
We're going to steal a white elephant.
And steal a albino elephant. Yep. That'll be real interesting. Can't wait to see how that all plays out. You can also find us here this Saturday morning for Teenagers from Outer Space, which I'm hyped about. Our dear producer Travis will be there. It's going to be exciting. It's always a lot of fun. And not this Friday, but next Friday for even more aliens, because we do what we want. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and hopefully we'll catch you guys next week. Till then, stay safe and have a good night.